It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday. We are starting things off a bit dreary across the region. We've got not only low cloud cover, but also some ground fog out there, a little bit of drizzle falling out of the low clouds in spots. So not the most beautiful Monday morning, but temperatures are at least nice. We're in the mid 40s today, so well above that freezing point. Nobody's dealing with the bitter cold that we had around last week to start many of our days. So I guess that's an improvement in the temperature category. Overall, though, this is going to be a pretty nice and tranquil week for us here in the Ozarks. I don't have any major weather systems moving through. A brief cool down is in my forecast for tomorrow, but for the most part, the headlines are just on this kind of lingering rainfall out there early this morning, and then things are going to clear up as we head through the course of the afternoon today. I do expect sunshine later today, but low clouds linger out there this morning. Of course, it's our southeastern counties that got more of the rainfall yesterday evening and yesterday night, and I am expecting that we see that clearing line take place from west to east as we head through the course of the afternoon today. Numbers are going to be fairly comfortable. In fact, I've got temperatures that will warm up into the upper 50s today. So really mild temperatures for this time of the year. Behind this cold front, we've got a cool down coming for Tuesday and Wednesday. And the real active weather across the country today is east of this boundary. And we also have some activity and some winter weather happening up in the far northern tier of the country. So compared to those two areas, we are sitting pretty here in the Midwest. We've got mild temperatures in store for you today with highs in the upper 50s. For the Springfield area, I'm going about 55 degrees. I think we'll have partial sun come out this afternoon. The wind not too strong today. In fact, I'm expecting the wind to be fairly light and variable, be coming out of the north as we head to the afternoon. Nothing too strong, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. I do expect that tonight will be colder, though. Numbers falling back below the freezing point in spots. I've got us at about the freezing point here in Springfield to start the day on Tuesday. I have a warmer day in the forecast a cooler day in the forecast both Tuesday and Wednesday, with highs back into the upper 30s to near 40 degrees both of those days. Sunshine, though, comes back midweek, and aside from the light drizzle happening this morning, there's not any rain in my extended forecast for the rest of the work week. Temperatures start to warm up and become more comfortable too by the end of the week, by Thursday and Friday. I think we're rebounding back into the 50s, so it's not an extended period of cold that we have coming our way tomorrow afternoon. I do expect that brief cool down, though, to stick with us both Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs both days will be near 40 degrees, and overall, I'm talking about a dry week in the forecast, and the long range outlook here does look like some mild temperatures will join us for the middle of December, right before the Christmas holiday, anywhere from December 14th through the 20th. Chances are we see above average temperatures for much of the Midwest and also the northern plains. So that could be interesting in terms of cutting down on the winter weather that's already been happening for those folks. Speaking of winter weather, it's happening for the northern plains and the high plains as we head into today. Winter weather and high winds struck the area yesterday. That's going to linger around into the Monday forecast. We also, at the same time, have heavy rainfall for parts of the Gulf Coast, central Gulf Coast. That happened yesterday. Now some heavy rain expected for the south as we head into the next couple of days. We've also got these above average temperatures that I alluded to building in for much of the Midwest. So we are going to keep the mild pattern going as we head into the next couple of weeks, with temperatures expected to be above average. So at least we don't have the bitter cold of last week. That's at least some good news in my extended forecast for you. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with last week, here it is. What U.S. president banned Christmas trees at the White House? Do you think that was A, Richard Nixon, B, Bill Clinton, C, Harry Truman, or D, Theodore Roosevelt? Well, it is set. You may have been able to kind of guess this one because he was known as being such a conservationist, but it was actually D, Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president of the United States. He is often said to have banned Christmas trees at the White House and did not have him in his tenure. He was a very into national parks and all the things. As we know, he was concerned about deforestation, and the practice of putting up a Christmas tree became questionable at this time, even though it was already a tradition. The Roosevelts did not traditionally celebrate Christmas with a tree, but in 1902, their 8-year-old son Archie hid a small tree in his closet and surprised his family on Christmas morning. The president was apparently amused, and he did allow the boy to keep the tree. So now you know. Congrats if your guess was D, Theodore Roosevelt. All right, here is the next question for you. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? Do you think it is A, 12, B, 78, C, 248, or D, 364? How many gifts total? Yes, when you add them all up. Let me know your guess. You can do that at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much for listening on this Monday morning. And thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air. Make sure you take it slow this morning with some low visibility, some patchy ground fog, and some drizzle. We should start to see the skies clear up by mid-morning, hit a high temperature in the mid-50s in Springfield, and then we'll be dry for the rest of the week. Have a great day. We'll